Hello everybody, Ed0626 bringing you some more Battlefield 1 gameplay today. I'm playing some War Pigeons in this game with my buddies Hitman26 and Eggman. Believe Hitman was on a friend's account, so he used that one. So I don't remember the name of it exactly, but check them out. I'll leave their shit down in the description below if you feel like checking them out or whatever. So I made a video just a couple days ago, and I completely ripped apart the Black Ops 4 release, and I thought that all of my criticism was extremely warranted. Well, today I am talking to you guys about the Battlefield 5 reveal, and I've been looking forward to this for a couple months now. There has been, but just some quick thoughts where I actually go into the actual, reveal itself. I've been anticipating this reveal more so than Black Ops 4 for the sole reason of, up until about a few weeks ago, we really didn't, or maybe even up until about a week ago, we really didn't have a sound idea of what the next Battlefield game was. I made a video months ago, which I'll do my best to leave down in the description below. If I forget, I apologize. I think I said I was going to do that in the last video and I forgot, so I'll get to that. But I made a whole the leaks and all that type of shit video, and that actually did really well. It's gotten well over 200 views, so I appreciate those people who viewed it, and thank you very much. But apparently a lot of the stuff I was a little bit surprised about, and I'm going to talk about it here. I'm going to do something I did not do for the Black Ops 4 reveal, because once I saw the trailer, I had already decided I wasn't going to buy it. But for Battlefield 5, I decided that after I worked out, I would go to watch the reveal and proceed to take notes, which is something I did not do prior. So I'm going to do that this time. So I'm going to talk about a couple things, some more so than others. We have a story mode that's similar to Battlefield 1. First of all, let me just say the setting of this game is World War II. Now, I didn't want a World War II game personally, only because Call of Duty World War II had just come out the year before, and I felt like we haven't had I know the Battlefield franchise hasn't had a solid World War II game since 1943, I think. But me personally, I wanted to have a Vietnam game, because I haven't played a Vietnam era, not a sole Vietnam game, but I haven't played a Vietnam era game since Black Ops 1, and I really liked the Vietnam aspects of the campaign in Black Ops 1. So unfortunately it was not Vietnam, it was World War II, so let's get that out of the way. I'm not super stoked, but I'm not pissed off about it either. I'm okay with it. I don't have a problem with it. So apparently there will be a story mode in this one. There's an anthology story mode that's similar to the BF1 story mode. So basically they're going to take 5 or 6 different smaller campaigns and put it into one big campaign. It's kind of like how Battlefield 1 was. Some people didn't like it personally. I wasn't too keen on it at first, but I did appreciate the fact that it kind of gave different perspectives of the war, like the Italians, the Gallipoli campaign. At one point, I thought when they were on the Gallipoli when I was on the Gallipoli campaign part, I said to myself, this might be the only time they actually referenced Gallipoli in this game until Turning Tides came out. So that's that. A couple of things about the game modes. Operations is returning. I'm very happy about that. Operations next to Conquest is definitely one of my favorite game modes to play. Objective game modes, I should say. So I'm really pleased about that. Operations is coming back. Although they said it's a little bit different, the developers and producers or whatever. They said it's a little bit different in a sense where it's kind of over a couple of days span. I'm very interested to see how that goes. Usually Battlefield 1, I don't know why I was the words weren't coming out of my mouth, but Usually, Battlefield 1, it like came down to Italian attacks. I'm not sure if they're gonna do that in this game, in Battlefield 5, but apparently it's spanning across days and something. They said something about, you know, a stalemate. There's going to be factors that happen if there's a stalemate in the game. Resources is apparently a huge mechanic, I guess you can say. So they reference that a lot. So yeah, I'm happy Operations is coming back. I'm interested to see how it's going to play differently than Battlefield 1. I don't think it's going to play too differently, but we'll have to see what happens when the game gets released. So now everyone has a gas mask in Battlefield 1, they said. Everyone now has a toolbox to build fortifications that could be used to help with other teammates or yourself. You know, you want to build a little thing where you can put your machine gun on top of. That's cool, you know. I mean, when I initially saw the word fortifications during the reveal, I was saying to myself, yeah, okay. And I'm not saying I wasn't too keen on it, but I was just like, oh, okay, cool. They added something a little different. I don't know how it's going to play out, but they added something different. A lot of this is kind of like, a lot of the stuff I wrote is kind of like, I don't know how it's going to play out, but I'm interested to see what's going to happen when gameplay eventually gets released. Something called the Company, which is basically you can customize your soldier by leveling, like you can customize the soldier's looks and looks and playstyle through leveling up in the game. And nothing is pay to win, which is what I was very happy to hear about. So you can't just buy yourself to you can't just buy your way to leveling up. You actually have to grind and play the game, and that I appreciated the fact that they mentioned that in the stream itself. So I was really happy. I'm really happy about this too. This system is kind of in Battlefield 1. I don't necessarily think it was done very well, just because you leveled up and got certain guns. You know, that was all I really got out of it. There's really nothing to it, to be honest with you. So I'm glad that there might be a little bit more customization. You can actually customize characters. Before I continue, I'm going to mention something. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. Apparently, people were complaining about the game being PC because there's women fighters in World War II, yada yada yada. You know, I'm not too keen on it myself. I'm no sexist piece of shit, but at the same time, if I play a game that's World War II, I kind of want it to feel like World War II. So I kind of understand that argument, but at the same time, people, if we're going to completely be able to customize our characters, there's really no reason to. You don't have to choose a female. I think you don't have to choose a female. You know, so I don't know why everybody was complaining. Because in Call of Duty World War II, I don't play as a girl. I play as a guy that kind of looks like me, a little bit better looking. I am anyway. But but that's that. So before y'all want to be up in arms about the women fighter bullshit, just know that you don't have to do that. That's that. What else do I got? No pay to win. One thing I was a little upset about that they didn't really show. No, there was no Pacific or Eastern Front gameplay or cinematics. Now, I'm going to say this. The trailer itself was okay. Comparing it to the Battlefield 1 trailer, I wasn't too impressed. I thought they could have done a lot more with it. It did kind of give us an idea of how the gameplay is going to be with like the whole going backwards shooting type of thing. But other than that, I really didn't feel like it was a trailer of anything. I just felt like they were just showing us the atmosphere of the game or whatever in cinematic form, of course. But you know, it couldn't have been better. Yes, it could have been better. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But you know, I don't know. You know, like I said, a lot of this we won't know until EA Play, where the multiplayer eventually gets revealed. So that's that. Now, but back to that. I mean, there's no Pacific or Eastern Front. You know, of course, the Pacific Front is one of the most important theaters of World War II, and it seems like Call of Duty World War II completely, you know, said fuck you to that aspect of it. and then they completely ignored the Eastern Front, I think, as well. So I kind of feel like the Western Front of the war gets a little too much exposure, or has gotten a little bit too much exposure over the last, year or so with Call of Duty World War II. I feel like they could have added a lot more. Like, for instance, they might add it as DLC, but which I'll get to that in a few minutes as well. But I just feel like that if they're gonna ship it maps or whatever in the game, I feel like they should focus a lot on the the Eastern and the Pacific Front, because there's a lot you can do with that. It's just that no one ever tries. I think the last time any type of Call of Duty game, as I thankfully shoot that pigeon down, I think the last time any first-person shooter game attempted that type of stuff was actually two birds with one stone with World at War, which I thought was done masterfully. And finally, one of the last things I want to discuss is the fact that there is no premium pass. When the crowd heard that, I don't know who was in the crowd. There might have been some big YouTubers like Jack Frags and Level Cap in there. But when they heard that there was no premium pass in the game and the player base would not be split up and everything was free, the crowd erupted. And I was in my chair, like, yes. I was like, yes, finally. They're going the Battlefield 2 route, that type of stuff. Now, I think side note, I think there's also been talk about Black Ops 4 doing that too, but at the same time, I don't really give a shit because I'm not buying the game. But I won't believe that until I see it, because Activision knowing them. But honestly, I really do. I'm really happy with the fact that there's no premium pass in this game. The player base was severely split up when it came to Battlefield 1 and finding servers and shit. So I'm very pleased that EA decided to bring that into Battlefield 5. So, that's it. That's basically all I have written down. It's not much, but I just basically copied down some of the more significant things in my mind. What do you guys think? I really want to know. I know a few people might be upset with the fact that they're going the World War II route. Like I said, I wanted Vietnam personally. People wanted modern. You can't please everybody. Some people are like, oh, I'm not going to buy this game now. If I were you, believe me, before I even make a fucking decision on anything, if I were all of you, I would wait until you actually see physical gameplay at EA Play. You can only know so much in these reveal trailers and in these reveal panels and shit. So, I would say before you guys are up in arms, wait for EA Play. It's like 2 weeks from now. Relax and just watch some actual multiplayer. We won't know how, like I said, we won't know how any of the stuff I mentioned plays out until we see anything at EA Play. That's that. Anyway, my name is Ed0626. If you have anything you want to talk about that I maybe didn't mention, please put it down in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. It was a hell of a game of War Pigeons. And with that being said, folks, I will talk to you guys in another video. Have a great day. Peace out. And I don't know, man. Battlefield 5 is looking pretty good right now. Pretty good.